Well, lads, I was looking at some of the different PS Now games, because, like I said, I want to try, like, all of them before I don't know if I'm actually going to try all of them beforehand. But I did try, that Fat Princess game yesterday, and it was boring. Basically just, hold up, let me just look at all these. I didn't look at any of the settings. There's no... nothing but... want to discover stealth. Is there... hold up. Because this is gonna be like a stealth game, but it's... parry and combat are disabled. What the hell? Melee attacks kill you in one. I mean, I know this was a stealth game apparently, so I'll just put it on the easiest setting, so I don't, because I don't actually want to play a stealth game. I want, you know what I mean? But I'm still gonna try the game. So, unfortunately, I'm gonna instantly be biased against the game.
That many guards in one place must be a whorehouse.
I don't better. Can I skip? I don't know what the game, you know what I mean? Play Last of Us 2, yes, but that has an actual story I cared about. You know what I mean? With a game like this, it's instantly like, oh, well. Alright.
Been a while since I've been in this part of the... There's nothing left standing. Turned into a real shithole.
Alright, streams, new playlist, but this might be one of those.
Go on, beat it, Rakash. Can't stand staring at your stupid face any longer.
Games where I end up playing for like 10 minutes. So. Oh my gosh, the camera goes crazy. The frame rate is instantly bad. What the fuck? Like when you move your... That's a problem a lot of games have. Like when you move your character, like the whole game glitches out and drops frames. Alright, let me... Alright, what are we doing? Well... And we're instantly dead, because I'm trying to open all the stuff up.
The address of the level
I really hope it's not gonna... You gotta go through 10 different screens just to come back to life. Yeah, this game's gonna be a swift delete. Alright, hold up. We'll actually be started here in a second. Alright, so you can single jump. Push all the buttons, you can crouch. Okay, so left trigger brings up this, and square lets you go invisible, and then X.
I'll never get used to that.
Puts a clone. So if you can't, I might just get off this game instantly, because if it's not, you know what I mean? I don't actually want to play a stealth game. I thought there was gonna, the game said, or the description thing said there was gonna actually be combat, but. Well, I was trying to jump to that, but I guess the character isn't good enough for that.
Newsflash. The jump button is not located between your ass cheeks.
It's one of those games where it's like, oh, well. It seems like a character can jump farther, but then as soon as you jump off a ledge, it makes your jump shittier and has like not an invisible wall, but like an invisible force that shoves your character backwards. So you can't go as far as you should actually be able to. But yeah, this is probably going to be a swift delete, because, I mean, I know the thing literally said stealth game, but it also said there was, like, magic combat and stuff, but I assume that just means, like, these abilities, you know what I mean, like, Like, if you can't actually attack, this game's gonna be really bad. I don't care about that.
If I screw up, either squishy on the rocks, a dose of death by drowning. But I ain't the
I mean, the
screw-up
movement
type.
is kind of actually nice, low-key. But... Hello? But yeah, this is, you know, I mean, this is just gonna basically be Shadow of Mordor, but without actual combat, so it's good. You know what I mean?
Now for some climbing.
Alright. That's actually kind of convenient. You know what I mean? We have to climb up there, back up there, or what? I'm not gonna lie, this shit is boring as shit. You know what I mean? Like, do we have to climb back up to where we were? Because my character's definitely not gonna make that jump. This is boring.
You are dead. No.
This game's about to be dead because I'm gonna fucking delete it. This shit boring as shit. Off rip. Like, do game developers not realize that the first levels of games are supposed to be, like, really good? To make the player want to keep playing? Like, you have to hook the player within the first 2 hours. That's what, well, that's what they say anyway. So do we have to go over there or what? Like, why is it telling me to do that, but then the only rope is, like, up there where you can't get it? Unless we have to go back, and then the game, like, what was the point of coming down this way? You know what I mean? We were just supposed to. What is this? Oh, who cares? Oh, I don't think we can get back over there, though. This sucker's jump is awful. Yeah, you can't. Oh, I'm gonna get off this game here in a second. You can't even swim. It's supposed to be a stealth game. Shouldn't you at least be able to go into the water? You know what I mean? Not gonna lie, those load times are really bad considering how little of stuff. Oh, why did it say push the right thumbstick to highlight the stuff or highlight ropes when it should have just said those things on the wall you can climb up? You know what I mean? Instead of telling me the highlight tip. But I don't know. I don't know why people, like, why are you clicking on the video and then clicking off instantly?
I should think about making this my new hideout. Nice quiet neighborhood, good shopping, and a view.
Like, you're either here to talk about voluntarist content or you're a retard that I don't want watching anyways. Pick one.
Remember, children, you should never go.
Yeah, I really don't care about, like, I'm definitely gonna delete this game unless it, like, turns to combat, you know what I mean? Because this is not, because it came out in 2017, so you can't be like, oh yeah, it was an early PS4. No, it was actually not. Oh, he couldn't even jump up on that? Alright. Yeah, like, shouldn't this guy be a little more nimble than this? Like, actually grab the shit. I see the detection of grabbing stuff is subpar. I mean, it said there was combat in the game, as long as you pick either the easiest difficulty or the, you know, I don't know. I guess people just, I mean, you're either following for the memes or following for Giga IQ volunteers content, but
to infinity and beyond.
if you're, oh, I forgot for some reason I thought that was a chest.
Waiting for Tarzan yell? Forget about it.
If we can jump that far. Oh, I actually did.
Carnage has begun training recruits. Well, this is gonna be short and sweet. How long will 2 against
I really
1
don't.
take?
Muffled kill? Don't care.
Cockroach again.
Tear down? And bro, I'm just trying to...
How about this?
Yeah, this... Because I know it's a stealth game, so yeah, this game is boring. I'm gonna get off this here in a couple of seconds. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought the game misled me in its description because it said there was actual combat and like magic. So I thought, you know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be a game that was
2 against 1 take.
basically kind of like Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War. You know what I mean?
Combatants for attacking, reaping, neutralizing, and annihilating.
A lot of it is stealth, but then you
goblins
just
to be eradicated.
have like a sword or some shit.
C-A-R-N-A-G-E.
Some magic abilities.
Name. It must have been
But yeah, this is
really scraping the barrel if the recruit here is shit for the boat. Given the scum that live around here.
like this is boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to play this anymore. Sorry, but this chunk is trash. I'm just gonna delete this because the other PS Now games that I've tried, I'm going to keep them. Like Darksiders Genesis, I don't know if I'm gonna play that ever again, but I'm gonna keep it downloaded for now. Magicka 2, I might eventually play, but since it didn't have like a class selection thing at the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, this is boring. And then Tokuden 2 is actually good. Like, it's the one PS Now game that I downloaded in this last batch that's actually good, because it's pretty much just Monster Hunter for the most part. And then Fat Princess Adventures, like, it didn't have class selection, but it let you switch between them whenever you wanted at checkpoints, but that's boring. If you can just play whatever you want, whenever you want, you don't get to actually develop your character. And then, remember when I said I wanted to try and get on Killzone Shadowfall and Troll? Yeah, the game is dummy dead. I mean, I figured it would be, but I got on, and actually, quote, found a match quickly, but then the one time, there was only one other person in the game. Literally one. And then I tried 2 other times, and I found nobody. It like loaded me into the multiplayer match, but there was nobody but me. So I'm like, oh well, okay. Then I was like, oh, I'll just try it with bots real quick. And then I went into it and set it to 11 bots, and then it like glitched out and only had 1 bot. So then I just turned the game off. I still have it downloaded though, but. And then Styx, I'm deleting this garbage. So. Well, yeah, other ones that I have yet to try are Alien Nation, Carmageddon Max Damage, Cartoon Network Battle Crashers, Crimson Land, Danger Zone, For Honor, God Eater 2, One Shinbara, Z2 Chaos. I don't know, that's kind of it's a RPG, so I don't know, but Overlord, Fellowship of Evil. I was actually going to try that, but I wanted to, I guess I just decided to play this garbage, Styx, and get that shit out of the way and delete it. And there's this game called Rad Rogers, which looks like it might actually be alright. It's like kind of a side-scroller platformer shoot 'em up kind of game. We have this game called Shidness, the Lightning Kingdom, and then Sonic Forces, which I heard was really bad, but I still want to try it. And like The Witch and the 100 Night Revival Edition, and then Ziggurat. So Ziggurat actually looks like it might be good, but I don't know exactly what it. You know what I mean? Because it could be like that. Remember that? What was that? I can't remember what that game was called. Like that mage game that was fun, but like the frame rate was like negative. So I beat like the first 2 bosses or something. I'm like, yeah, I can't stand this shit anymore. Because you would just die because of, you know, the bad frame rate. I'm trying to scroll and find that real quick. I can't remember what it was called. Oh yeah, they apparently updated Dauntless for like PS5 or some shit, but unfortunately, when I started playing Dauntless originally, it was bad, and then they remade it, so to speak, and it was better. But then it just, you know what I mean, it just got tedious, because unfortunately I had not like super recently played Monster Hunter World a lot, but recently enough where I was like, yeah, this is, you know what I mean, this is the same thing that I already spent a good chunk of time on. But yeah, Monster Hunter World was actually really good. It's just unfortunate that they started to make the DLCs paid. Like, I don't know if they had anything after Iceborne, but because originally they were like, oh yeah, it's all gonna be free. I'm like, oh. Oh yeah, it was called Lictum Battle Mage. It was actually not, you know what I mean? Like, if the frame rate was actually steady, 60, the game would have actually been pretty good. But unfortunately, it's not. But yeah, this game is a dummy ass. I'm not gonna lie to you. As you can tell, I do not like stealth. Like, if you like stealth games, it's probably good. But, because I mean, I guess you could call Last of Us 2 a stealth game, but there's still shooting in the game, you know what I mean? Well, this game, I figured he would have like a crossbow or something, you know what I mean? But, I mean, maybe you unlock one later, but I'm not gonna waste my time. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell when I play games that if I don't care, because like the way to go is like obvious or whatever. I'm just like, bruh, I can't figure. You know what I mean? I can't figure it out. That's when you know that I'm not interested in the game. But yeah, that's gonna be that. I'm probably gonna just hop back on some Vanguard. So I'll be right back. Yeah.